You are most welcome to another exciting review of Eat That Frog. Yes, by Brian Tracy. All right. Sorry, I'm the one that came on a little bit late, right? Not you, it's me. All right. Sorry about that. So, my network was just rolling and rolling, buffering for a while. Okay, now we're live. Yay. Okay, so we're eating another frog right now. And guess what? Tonight we're eating two frogs. We are eating frog chapter 13, which says identify your key constraints. And we're also going to be eating frog chapter 14, which says put the pressure on yourself. So you are going to identify your key constraints and then put the pressure on yourself, right? Concentrate all your thoughts on the task at hand. The sun's rays do not burn until brought to a focus, says Alexander Graham Bell. Thank you so much, Shil. All right. So between where you are today and any goal or objective that you want to accomplish, there is one major constraint that must be overcome before you can achieve that major goal. Right. Thank you, Mr. Kolaole. So your job is to identify it clearly. What is that constraint? What is that barrier? What is that limitation that is standing between you and your success? Between where you are now and where you want to go. We all have that thing. And until we identify it, you see, this chapter is not saying remove it. Before you actually remove it, you have to know exactly what it is so that you are not removing the wrong thing. Right. I'm going to jump quickly to somewhere close to the end of this chapter. I'll bring it forward so that you better understand what I'm saying. A major corporation, which happens to be a client to Brian Tracy, the author of this book, was experiencing declining sales at some point in their organization. And the leaders of the corporation concluded that it was because of the sales force, that the quality of the sales force and sales management was quite low. So they spent a huge amount of money retraining their sales force. You know, the salespeople, management, everybody had to do with sales. They spent a lot of money retraining them, only for them to find out later that the declining sales that they were experiencing was actually due to a mistake made by the accountant of the company, who had accidentally priced their product too high compared to the price of their competitor in the marketplace. So they actually identified a wrong constraint to their sales efforts, not knowing that it was due to a very, very highly priced product in the market, which was the mistake of the accountant. And it was when they identified that they rectified it, and they started experiencing high level of sales again. So now you as an individual, if you are going to be truthful to yourself, you may see that you are supposed to be more than where you are right now. See, this is a bear it all period or session, whatever, right? But be truthful to yourself. At least tell yourself the truth. If you don't, nobody's going to tell you. Are you truly satisfied with where you are right now? Do you love it? Are you living your best life? Is this the best you can do in that business or your career or whatever you are doing right now? If it is not, then what is that thing that is limiting you? Right. It may be that you are not maintaining good relationships with people that can help you, that can hold you by the hand and take you to where you want to be. Or maybe in your business, you are too lazy. The approach you are giving to it may just not be good enough. What is that thing? Every business has a limiting factor or choke point, and until you overcome that limitation, success is going to be far away. You just have to overcome it. You just have to identify it and say, you are the giant in my life or the giant in my way. I am going to crush you. Then you face it headlong. Now let's look at the 80-20 principle, which also applies to constraints. We've learned about the 80-20 principle, that says that 80% of your success would come from just 20% of your efforts, right? So the 80% principle also applies to the constraints in your life and in your work. And it means that 80% of your constraints are internal. They come from you. They don't come from anybody else. They come from within you. It could be that you are limiting yourself in your mindset, or you're having a negative perception about yourself, or you are lazy, or you're always doubting yourself, or you're speaking negatively about yourself or your work. So 80% of the limitation that you're facing is internal. It may be due to your own personal abilities. You tell yourself that you're shy, and so you're allowing that to limit you. You tell yourself that you're not a people's person. So when you go to that event that can be a major turning point in your life, you're not speaking to anybody. You just go in there and come out there quietly. No. Somebody was saying something yesterday, we're talking about a man who had been identified to be one of the top 50 teachers. Is it mathematics teacher now? Yes, mathematics teacher in Nigeria. He has been identified globally as one of the top 50 mathematics teacher, not in Nigeria, I beg your pardon, in the world. In the world, because this selection was made from around the globe, and he happens to be one of them. So he happens to come from Nigeria. And my husband and I were saying it that okay, I was one that got to ask, because my husband said, and this man, I can imagine that the school where he's even teaching is an unknown school, so to speak. It's not a popular school. So I asked him, so how did they get to know him? How did he make the list of the nominees for that award? The eventual winner is going to get $1 million, according to my husband. $1 million. But I know this is true because I tuned into a church program on Saturday, and this man came to give testimony there. I saw him live online. He shared his testimony that he was selected among them. In fact, the Ogun State governor had given him some gifts already, cash gifts, house gifts, and all of that. So when my husband was saying it yesterday, it was just like, oh, that man that gave his testimony on Saturday. So we're saying, how did you? You get it. Somebody get it here. You are so sharp. Be calming down. So, as I was saying, so I asked my husband, so if his school is not that known, how did they know him globally? So he said that he is always visible online, that he uses technology to teach mathematics, and he teaches it in Yoruba, one of the major local languages in Nigeria, in Yoruba, and he uses technology and he posts his work online. So we concluded that after all, he may not be the best mathematics teacher in the whole of Nigeria. But for him to have been selected, that means some people have noticed his work. So he did not allow whatever school he's teaching or where he came from to limit his success. He didn't allow himself to be obscure. You have to get out of obscurity and make yourself known. Don't allow anything to limit you. So 80% of your limitations may be coming from you, not village people, not anybody. Maybe your habit. Maybe that you are not disciplined enough. It may be that you are hiding, you are shy. You are so good at what you do, but you don't make yourself known. If you are not known, how will people know you? So my husband and I concluded that, see, in life, you have to make noise about yourself. You have to sell yourself. If you don't, nobody's going to advertise you. It starts with you. So don't allow your internal struggles, limitations to stop you. Only 20% of your limitations are external. Only 20% will come from maybe people, your organization, or people around you, or your environment, or things like that. Right? So your key constraints can be something small or not even obvious at all. But no matter how small it is, once a limitation is there, it will always stop you. So look into yourself. Successful people always begin the analysis of constraints by the question, what is it in me that is holding me back? What is holding you back from where you really want to go? You know that you're supposed to be better, bigger, bolder, wiser, richer than this. You know. What is that thing that is holding you back? You can overcome it. But start by analyzing your situation. What is that thing? Successful people accept complete responsibility for their lives and look to themselves for both the cause and cure of their problems. They don't shift blames. It's not about your parents or where you were born or anything like that. No, it is you. Recognize it, take full responsibility, and resolve within yourself to do something about it. So in your own life, you must have the honesty to look deeply into yourself for the limiting factor or limiting skills that set the speed at which you achieve your own personal goals. And then keep asking, what sets the speed at which I get the results I want? Strive for accuracy. Right. Strive for accuracy. And this accuracy means that you really need to recognize that thing. Just like the example I gave you at the beginning of the corporation that thought that they are salespeople. The sales force was the problem, the cause of the declining sales, only for them to find out that it was because they are good. One of their products was too highly priced in the market, and it was a mistake by the accountant. So be very, very accurate in identifying your limitation. Now, you have to put pressure on yourself. This is chapter 14 now. I wish I could read every line of this chapter, word for word. Because every single word or line here holds tremendous power. Put the pressure on yourself. The first requisite for success is the ability to apply your physical and mental energies to one problem incessantly without growing weary. You keep pumping all your energy there. You keep putting all your efforts. Right. The world is full of people, please listen to this, who are waiting for someone to come along and motivate them to be the kind of people they wish they could be. The problem is that no one is coming to the rescue. Nobody is coming to save you. We have motivational speakers here and there. I am one of them. But even motivational speakers cannot motivate you like you would motivate yourself. Put the pressure on yourself. Every day that you wake up, tell yourself, it is either I succeed or I succeed. If it doesn't come within, there is nothing anybody can do. Even if they push you physically. If you don't want to aim for success, you will still not aim for it, right? These people are waiting for a bus on a street where no buses pass. It's a waste of time. You're waiting endlessly. You're going to wait forever. If you don't take charge of your life and put the pressure on yourself, you're going to end up waiting forever. And that is what most people do. It is unfortunate that only about 2% of people can work entirely without supervision. Right. Can work without supervision, without people pushing them, nudging, oh, go and do it, go and take it, go and register for that course, go and do all of that. Intrinsic motivation is the best. We call these people leaders, people that can take initiative on their own. Self-motivated people, they are leaders. That's why we don't have so many leaders. I made a video recently where I said greatness is not common, even though it is supposed to be common. That's because a lot of people lack persistence. Once they start something now, it's not working. They want to pack it up. You have tried like 6 businesses in 6 months. 1 month, 1 business. You are not patient. You don't have resilience, perseverance, doggedness, tenacity. Come on. You have to stay there. Some things will not even yield any significant result until after 20 years, some 10 years, some 5 years, some 2 years. But you can't try something for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, even 2 years and conclude that it's not working. That's why you should identify what you need to be doing in the first place so that you are not into the wrong venture. Right. So make up your mind to be among the 2% who are self-motivated, the leaders, the movers and shakers. To reach your full potential, you must form the habit of putting the pressure on yourself. Force yourself, push yourself, lead the field, set the bar for yourself. Be a role model at what you do. Be proud of yourself. If you are not proud of yourself, your own habits, your abilities and capabilities, then it means nobody will be proud of you, except they are deceiving you. Because what are they proud of? But if you become your own role model, keep setting the standard for yourself. If you cross the standard today, set a higher one. Keep raising the bar. Be the kind of person that you want to be in that your role model. That role model that hero or heroine that means a lot to you. Set that same bar for yourself and make sure you cross it. Make it a game with yourself to start a little earlier, work a little harder, stay a little later. Always look for ways to go the extra mile more than you are paid for. It's unfortunate a lot of people don't have this ability. Want to give the minimum standard required. If you go the extra mile, you will be proud of yourself. You will be happy. You will have endorphin rush. Your self-esteem is going to increase. It's going to rise. It comes with a level of fulfillment. So create imaginary deadlines for yourself. Tell yourself that I must finish this thing by tomorrow morning. That's what I've been doing. And I'm seeing results. I'm not going to lie to you. I'll tell myself, in fact, some days I will not eat breakfast. I'll say until I finish this thing before I eat. So once I start having hunger pangs, it will motivate me to quickly finish so that I can go and eat. It's not until somebody says, if you don't do it, you will not get paid. No. You to tell yourself, if I don't do it, I'm not going to go shopping. I'm not going to buy that new dress. I'm not going to, go on that vacation. It is very, very important. Success is not cheap. Greatness is not common. You have to work very hard for it. And always have the reward in mind to say, imagine that, they asked me to finish this work. If I finish it, I'll go on an all-expense paid trip to Hawaii or to Barbados, wherever you want to go, right? And let that motivate you. Anyhow you want to do it, make sure that you are self-motivated. Successful people continually put the pressure on themselves to perform at high levels. It's not easy on anybody. Who doesn't want to sleep? Who doesn't want to stay under the duvet? Who doesn't want to chill and be watching Netflix? Who doesn't want it? I want it. But it's either I choose that path or I choose the other path that will bring me long-term fulfillment. You want to enjoy now, you will still enjoy. And if you balance yourself well, your activities, if you get a hang on time management, you can still work hard and enjoy at the same time. But none must take the place of another. Get your priorities right. Tell yourself that success doesn't come cheap to anybody. No overnight success. Push yourself. Force yourself. Put the pressure on yourself. It's the reality. I'm not even trying to motivate you. It is just what it is. But if you feel motivated, well and good. You want to go to Maldives. Very good. Mr. Ike likes good things. I conclude with this. By putting the pressure on yourself, you will accomplish more and better tasks faster than ever before. You will become a high performance, high achieving personality. You will feel terrific about yourself. And bit by bit, you will build the habit of rapid task completion that will then go on to serve you all the days of your life. Once you are used to this, it becomes a habit. You don't see it as a burden anymore. You even begin to enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share your comments with me in the comment section below, and please subscribe to this channel in case you're yet to subscribe. I remain Olaide Agbaje, also known as First Lady, and on this channel, I inspire you to live intentionally. Right. I'll come your way again tomorrow as we review chapter 15, which says maximize your personal powers. Until then, be intentional. Bye. Thank you.